My name is Bryson Saunders. I'm 23 years old and this is my $104,000 investment portfolio. But before I tell you about it, I just want to be really honest. I did not grow up wealthy. In fact, my parents had 5 kids and talking about investing was probably one of the last subjects they ever wanted to cover. And just to put in perspective for you how clueless I used to be about investing, whenever I joined the military at 18, I graduated boot camp with a few $100s and I thought investing in single stock companies like Apple and Pizza Hut is what was going to make me rich. And I'm telling you, I have made every mistake whenever it comes to investing, but honestly, making all of those mistakes taught me more than a textbook would have ever shown me. But I just wanted to make that clear and put everything into perspective for all of you, because my goal is not to sit up here today on my high horse and talk down to all of you like I have everything figured out. I just want to share to all of you what exactly I've been able to learn. So here are 5 lessons that I've learned that have completely changed how I look at money and investing. Lesson 1, it's riskier not to invest. Growing up, my parents did what everybody else does, where they take all of their money and put it into some regular savings account. My dad even had his Roth IRA in the wrong fund and he didn't even realize it until he was almost 50 years old. But here's the truth that I wish everybody learned. If your money sits in a checking account making 0.01 interest, you're guaranteed to lose money because the inflation rate eats up around 3% of your purchasing power every single year. And just to put that in perspective for you, $1,000 in cash today would only be worth $758 in 10 years. And just to take things even further for you, a McDonald's meal that cost $5 in 2014 now costs $11 to $12 in 2025. That's double just from inflation. So yes, saving money may feel good and really safe in the moment, but it's kind of like trying to keep this thing on fire. You're gonna run out of space eventually because you only have so much wood. But investing your money is a very simple way to be able to fix that problem, even by putting it in something very simple like VOO or QQQ. Lesson number 2, you don't need to be rich to invest, it's how you get rich. And I'm gonna be honest with you, this one took me forever to learn because I used to think, what's the point? An 8% gain on $100 is only $8. But when I finally started with literally a few $100s, it completely changed my life. My very first investment was actually a company called Tilray, and it was back whenever everybody was going crazy about marijuana being legalized. Let's just say I bought into the hype and I sold whenever it crashed. But if I wouldn't have learned that very important lesson early on, who's to say I wouldn't have dumped $10,000 into it and lost even more? And to be really honest with you, something else that's really helped me out a lot with is cutting out dumb spending. I bought a really nice car not too long ago, and recently I've started making more money than I've ever made. And right after I bought that car, I was like, I need to go buy another new sports car. But what happened? I got really involved back into the stock market again, and now that's what I'm consumed with. And I'll tell you what, buying stocks and buying ETFs is way more beneficial in your life than going out and buying sports cars. And to be honest with you, that's what's helped me cut out a lot of stupid decisions, and that's probably one of the reasons I have over 100K invested now at the age of 23. Lesson number 3, retirement is a number, not an age. Now, before I learned this, I thought the age of 65 was just some magical number out there where we all finally stopped working. But here's exactly what the truth is. You can retire whenever investments grow to enough to pay for your lifestyle. And that's really it. For example, if you want to live on $60,000 a year, you need about $1.5 million invested, and that's really not that crazy. Or if you want $100,000 a year, that's $2.5 to $3 million invested, but I'm telling you, that's not that crazy. After I tell you what I'm about to tell you, you'll realize this is very achievable. But before I tell you, I want to explain to you how I got these numbers, because you're all probably wondering, Bryson, how did you come up with that? It's called the 4% rule. It's a guideline for retirement that suggests retirees can safely withdraw 4% of their savings in the first year of retirement. And also, just to let you in on another little secret, Cody didn't know this whenever he was scripting the video, the number is now 5% a year. It recently changed. Lesson number 4, investing is 80% emotions and 20% knowledge. Knowing what to do is easy. There's a ton of people like me out there that you can just follow that will literally explain everything for you, but actually doing it is the hard part. Some things that you're going to need to mentally prepare for before getting into the market is watching your portfolio drop 10% in a week and not panic selling. This actually happened to me a little bit ago. I put 100K in and think about it, I instantly lost $10,000. But guess what? I just kept buying the dip and now I'm up even more. It's a buying opportunity. Saying no to spending today so that you can invest for tomorrow. So let's just say that you have a lot of friends that always just want to buy dumb stuff or they're trying to get you to buy a new car. I never want to stop you from going out to eat. Personally, I love going out to eat. But let's just say they're trying to get you to buy a new car. Invest the money instead because your friends don't understand you're trying to get rich. You're not trying to buy a depreciating asset that you're just going to regret 3 months from now. And the third thing is a lot easier said than done, and that's just ignoring the hype and not buying the meme coins. If you're buying something because you think you're about to get rich quick, you should probably run the other direction. Every single headline used to get inside my head, and I would want to panic sell immediately. But once I realized that my emotions were the problem, I took them and I said, no more, okay? I'm not gonna be fearful anymore. I'm gonna buy the dips, I'm gonna hold long term, and we're all gonna get rich. And that's what I did, and it's worked out perfectly, and it will work for you. Also, something very important in this lesson that you don't wanna miss is you need to automate all of your investments. Essentially meaning that every time you get paid, whatever brokerage you use, personally I use Robinhood, it pulls directly out of my bank account and it invests directly into VOO or VTI. That's called dollar cost averaging. It's gonna make you a very wealthy person. And also, don't try to time the market, just stay consistent. And this keeps me from panicking and overthinking every time that the market crashes, which I'm not gonna lie to you, is very often if you really keep up with the news. And last but not least, probably the most important lesson of all, number 5, keep it simple. Now, I used to think that I had to pick out the perfect individual stocks, but the way that my investment portfolio is actually broken down is 50, 30, 20. 50% of it is invested in broad index funds, ETFs, like VOO, VTI, QQQ, stuff like that. And that really helps me because a majority of my portfolio is highly diversified in the top 500, 100 tech companies, all the companies across America. Then I take 30% of that, put it into individual stocks, things that I really think will win. I just put a lot of money into Palantir. I have some money in Tesla, Apple, stuff like that. And then I take the remaining 20% and I diversify it directly into crypto. And sometimes my portfolio is a little bit offset, I'm gonna be honest with you, but I try to keep it right around there, 50, 30, 20. And personally, not investment advice, but I do recommend that for people who are younger because we can be a lot more volatile with our investment portfolios. We don't need to be as risky as the 50s and 60-year-olds that are all about to retire. But if you made it this far in the video, then comment what your favorite stock or ETF is currently. And also, if you're not invested in the market yet and you're trying to find the best brokerage, then just go look around somewhere in the description of this video. And I linked the top brokerages that I recommend for beginners and just people who aren't even beginners that want to become experts. But thank you so much for watching this video. We're really trying to become the best page on YouTube for entrepreneurship, business, stock market, and everything. Make sure to subscribe and check us out on Saturdays and Wednesdays.